Hi, my jazzercise peeps. I hope you are all well and staying active. I can't wait to get back to our real live classes, or maybe in a few weeks they'll allow us to do a Zoom real class, real sweat and real music, and get back to what we know. But in the meantime, Kelly asked me if I would do a little video on it, healthy eating, and I would take that. I'm going to take it a little step further because healthy eating can mean so much to so many people, or something different to so many people. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about intuitive eating. It's a little bit different than mindful eating, and mindful eating is being really present in what you're eating in the here and now. And intuitive eating takes it a little bit further than that, steps further than that. So I'll give you a little explanation what it is. And then every day I'll give you a new principle. It's based on 10 principles. And this program is developed by two dietitians, Evelyn Tribole and Elise Resch. And I was certified to become an intuitive eating counselor by them last February. So I'm happy to share this information with you. And I use this with my clients at the STAR campus at the University of Delaware. And I feel like it's really been freeing for a lot of people. So intuitive eating really is a non-dieting approach to living. And if you're one of those people that has been on a diet for as long as you can remember, whatever the diet is of the day or the decade or the month, and you've tried it and you're tired of just worrying about what you're eating or how you're eating every day in, day out, this program might be for you. And chances are, if you've followed a diet for many, many, many years, then your intellectual knowledge about healthier foods is there. It's just now other things that get in the way of your intuitive eating. So I'm going to go over to that for a second. So intuitive eating, again, is looking at how food and eating feels to you in your body. It's getting rid of all the kind of rules that are out there, that have been placed out there either by habit or maybe following diets for long periods of times, or just eating in a certain way because you think you should, or it's going to please somebody else other than yourself. So attunement is the process of really the ability of yourself to hear and feel what your body's telling you, and then responding to that. So if you have to go to the bathroom, you might feel that sensation coming on, your bladder's getting fuller, and then you go to the bathroom. So often the time with eating, we ignore these feelings, or we're like, oh, you're not really hungry, have some water, or have a rice cake or cardboard or whatever it is, but we don't really allow ourselves to feel what we're feeling as far as hunger. So I'm going to take you through the process and the 10 principles, like I said, every day, and help you understand what intuitive eating is. And it's my hope that you will have guilt-free eating and eat what you want, when you want, how much of you want, and give you back your freedom of eating food without any kind of guilt. And I think that's a great place to be. Now, I'm not telling you to throw away all your nutrition, and I understand that you may be fearful of a few factors. Maybe you don't trust yourself, or you feel like you won't stop eating your favorite foods, but I have strategies for all that too. So we'll hit them up. So the first principle of intuitive eating is called rejecting the diet mentality. If you're holding on to the hope that there is one last miracle diet out there on earth, or there's a new one waiting for you to be created the next day or the week that's going to meet all your needs and be magically get you to the ideal perfect body that you have in your head that you maybe want to be, then you may not be able to be an intuitive eater if you're holding on to that hope. Intuitive eating, I hope by the end of the 10 principles, will put some seeds into your brain thinking, you know what, I can do this, and I can get back to trusting my body, and I know what it's going to feel like in my body, so I will eat what I want when I want and when not. So rejecting that diet mentality is going to be the first step, and often the most difficult, and it may take some practice. And that's the thing with intuitive eating. Most people don't wake up tomorrow and be an intuitive eater. It takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of practice. So again, I'm going to give you some of the tools that might help you be really successful in that. So the first one, rejecting the diet mentality. Think about all the diets out there, how they promise you to get to a certain weight or a certain size or a certain look in a matter of days. And I just want you to really get angry about that, because they know exactly what your hopes are and your desires are, and they play on that, and they make money off of you. So that's really frustrating that these people can do that legally, but the diet industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they have us, and they exactly know what we want. So if we can get mad for a second, but don't dwell on the madness, so let's get even and let's figure out a strategy on how we can get away from these. So here's my challenge, and it may be really fearful for some of you, is I want you to write down a list of all the tools that you use to keep yourself in track. Maybe it's a diet tracker, maybe it's points, maybe it's calorie counting, maybe it's good food, bad food list, whatever it is. And I want you to pick one of them and try not to do it for one day. And then if you're successful, try not to do it for 2 days. And then one by one, start to get rid of those dieting tools that are leaving you in this diet trap that I can only eat this when this diet tells me to. And rules that we get from a diet are so micromanaging. And I don't know about you, but I hate to be micromanaged. I can't stand it. So this is what diets do. They tell you what to eat, when you eat, and not taking into consideration of what your food preference or even are. I hate cauliflower. I hate rice cauliflower. I hate mashed cauliflower. I don't care. I don't roast it. I don't like it. I tried it. I just don't like it. And I don't have to feel bad about that. So diets, though, will tell you to eat foods that you may or may not like at this time and this amount, and it's not taking into consideration if you even like it, or two, how hungry you might be feeling or you might not be feeling. And so we want to move away from that and really start listening to your own body. And step 2, I'm going to help you with that, but this is step 1, and this is the biggest challenge, and it may take a couple of days to sink in. That's okay. I'll be back in a couple of days with the step 2, and so try it for a couple days, writing down your list of tools. And if you have fears, I will address them as we go along. I know what some of them may be already, and we have a strategy for each one. So think about that, giving up those dieting tools that you've been following. It might be a different tool this time than the last time, but what happens after every diet, the rules add on to one another. So you have the rules from the first diet carried over to the second diet, to the third diet, to the fourth diet, to the fifth diet. Pretty soon you have all these sets of diet rules that are not livable. They're not going to allow you, they're not even possible. And they really don't care about what your feelings are, what your thoughts are, what your food preferences are, and what your body is telling you. And that's what step 1 is, rejecting that diet mentality. So good luck with that. Let it sit for a day or two, and I'll be back with principle number 2 tomorrow or the next day. All right, keep moving. I'm hoping to see you guys soon, either by Zoom, Jazzercise, or another video. All right, great. See you guys. Bye.